All right. Hello. Welcome back to Donkey Kong Bonanza. Wait, hold on. Also, sorry, I kind of just woke up. I'm still kind of congested. What the fuck? I already went in this thing. Whatever. We gotta. We gotta purchase. So, oh. Okay. Hold on. At least we could finally do the system update. Is the like bed around here? I'm gonna hit this just in case. Okay. Save just in case. But yeah, the funny thing is, in the replies to the Trashtopia, oh yeah, that's not what the layer's called. In the replies to the Wario64 tweet talking about this, I saw someone say, "So, what happened?" Okay. So if the Mario Strikers thing foreshadowed the return of the Kremlings, and then I was like, oh god damn it. I knew I would be I knew I would be surprised, or I would be what happened? Did you like turn my switch off? What happened? Don't ruin everything, please. Okay, no. I never plugged this thing in. Plug it in. Shouldn't be on low battery. I should have just plugged it immediately. I forgot I had a little thing connected to the Switch, even though it's annoying. But yeah. Well, you know, at least this thing runs a little better. A little better. That should not take a while to load. One day I'll let's play Wario Land 3 and Mario Land 4. You might be like, Chris, those could be streams because you played those already. That is true. I did play those already, but they were like way back when I was a kid, and then like a little bit when emulators were popping off, as it were. I have not played them since, so I feel like it's gonna basically be blind. And I think that's fun. I like that. Kind of getting to re-experience the Wario lands again. This is a good icon. Guys, we have to buy the Wario Land icons so that Nintendo knows. Nintendo knows that we want him. Oh, it's a classic sound. Sorry. Why am I recording this? I didn't think it would take this long. I thought it would be a funny little aside. And then it actually is taking a while. Well, you know, I did. Fine. Be that way. You have to get to the title screen, I guess. I guess it was technically not loaded up. I always wonder about that. Recently I did a test where it's like, play a game that supports online. I've always been using Splatoon 3 for that. And I used to always go to the lobby, wait until the game actually connected to the internet. You think the lag is the game checking if I played the game? So stupid. What a good icon, man. But I gotta keep emotional support Paper Mario. I essentially spent $60 on an icon, you know? Way back in the day. It obviously ended up being worth it in the end anyway. For me at least, but I wasn't gonna buy Super Nintendo Switch Online. And then they added the Paper Mario icon. I said, well, I got it. Kind of like how I wasn't gonna buy Bananza, but then Mike started streaming it. So I'm like, well, okay. Like, I was gonna buy both eventually, but you know how it is. A Bananza. Hopefully this is fine. I'm gonna cough again. Maybe instead of recording, I should oh my god, I'm sorry. Maybe like make an hour just appointment. Now that I have my other schedule. Well, there are kind of some things I wanted to talk about, because I've been thinking about this a lot. And I can't talk and play at the same time, obviously. What do you take me for? A Let's Player or something? But, like, the thing about this... I think... this... The thing about the Kong Bananza is if I wanted to dig down, I still have to mash, and still takes a while to get down there, right? So, like, there's still effort. There's still a path of resistance to, like, just digging everywhere. Even if it's just mashing, even if the point of the game is that it's fun to break the environment for pretty much everyone else, from what I've heard. But there's still some resistance, so like it incentivizes you to not just destroy everything. You want to look around for little hints before you start digging, I think. And I kind of figured that most of the game would be that. You wouldn't just be kind of digging everywhere. You would be looking out for hints, and that's why I had this. I got this upgraded. I kind of wish I could unupgrade it now, because so far so bad. The game hasn't been blocking off too much stuff. But like with the elephant Bananza, I could do that same thing. I'm just holding the button. It's doing it a lot more. It's doing it a lot more easy. It's not doing it like straight down, but you know, in the same amount of time, I could do all this. Maybe even more. Look, I accidentally found a banana just by doing that. How was I supposed to know this was here? I'm curious, because this is probably the little hint. Is it? I guess just this pipe, maybe? And then there's this, let's just dig it up. But yeah, I really don't like the elephant power-up. It made the digging aspect of the game infinitely worse. Oh no, okay, I already found this one. Good. It really should make it look more different. That's going to be really annoying in the post game. Whoops. Well. Kind of like the invincibility idea more. It would leave Kong with a little bit more identity. Obviously, Kong can punch through concrete, but there aren't enough concretes around to justify it so far, and there really aren't enough, and you know, you can punch enemies and stuff, but there really, I'm surprised there really aren't any enemies around. Lagoon Layer, they put a bunch of enemies around, and then I guess they just kind of forgot about enemies for the rest of the game, except for in like little bonus areas, which incidentally have not really been my favorite. As it turns out, I was thinking about it as well. I'm not bashing it, because like you've been watching me on a moment-to-moment basis. I think I'm having fun. I'm having a good time, but I'm just like, I had time to like look back a little, peel the game experience back as a whole, because you know, instead of sleeping, I'm thinking about this game. You know, just normal people things. Trying to sleep and then going, well, I have a bunch of thoughts about Donkey Kong Bonanza. Let's think about all those instead. And then losing sleep. Oh. It's true. That's a I like that. Oops. But yeah, I think like there's that. Obviously the landfill layer is more about digging. I kind of wish I knew to like look at the map more. It's just it's something I haven't really been doing, and I have a feeling that it would be something that I would at the very least do end up doing a lot more in the post game when I'm looking around for little hints. But that one's kind of on me, I will say. Like, see, what's that over there? Probably something I already did. But it's just I was kind of hoping I wouldn't be finding bananas like this. Like this is a fun little area. Like, I didn't need you to lead me over here. because I just clapped and I know it's right there. Oh, okay, it's actually right here. But okay, you didn't even have to dig for this one. What does this mean? Yeah, I think the landfill layer is them being like, well, we gave them the elephant power. Now we can just make a whole level about digging. And that doesn't bode well for the rest of the game for me if that's the case. Because, you know, even from the beginning, I wasn't really too big on the digging idea. I could be wrong. And the thing about the landfill layer is, like, it's cool. I like the conceptually, the landfill layer is cool. I just haven't really had much time to take it in or think about it because I'm spending all my time digging and thinking about how much I don't like digging, admittedly. And then also, you can't really get a vibe for the place. Let's just like leave this place for a bit. Also, did it save me destroying areas, or I think this might just be what it looks like normally. Okay. Interesting. But like, there's a vibe here. This place is a landfill. This place is just a bunch of trash. Everywhere we've seen has been like colorful, even if it's only one color. It's been very colorful. You know, people have been around. People have been talking. You know, their communities, their whole worlds here and cultures, and then you just kind of get thrown into a landfill. Like, it's almost post-apocalyptic. The music is also conveying that. And I mean, it's just digging. There's nothing here. You'd have to get through it. Obviously, there's the town at the bottom. And like the eel, I guess the eels are around, but like here's your ice cream things. It's like a cart or something. Like, I kind of wish the town wasn't here, or like the sculptures weren't eels, because it would be more of a vibe. But like, it's still a vibe that this place is just suddenly a landfill. And then you go like, well, why everyone just throws their trash in this layer? That's like, it's a little dark for a game like this, right? For there to be a landfill. What's gonna happen once it fills up? Stuff like that. The giant smokestack here, I already get that, is like also just here. It's like a centerpiece, a broken smokestack or whatever. The landfill layer is conceptually cool. It's a vibe, but it's like just it's a bunch of digging. So I obviously didn't think about that until I thought about it while I was trying to sleep. And then also, you don't hear the music because you're spending the entire time listening to ba ba be ba boo ba ba. I don't remember the elephant song. You're spending the entire time listening to that, and then listening to. It's like, no wonder I didn't internalize it, because like, it's just like you're not gonna hear the music. You're not gonna be absorbed in the place at all because of this. Let me just destroy some more terrain so that I can, you know, keep my power for the fight later. So there's that. And one more thing, and then we'll play the game, okay? Because I've just been thinking, I've been thinking a lot about it, and a lot of it is kind of negative. I don't want to be negative. I'm just like, these are my observations. These are my credits observations before the credits. Like, a lot of the worlds feel like dungeons. Because comparison is the theft of joy, but I've been primed to do it thanks to a bunch of other people. In Mario Odyssey, like, the areas didn't feel like dungeons. They felt like you're in an area and you're going around. It's a nice big open area that things to platform on. In this game, it's like you get to like the town and stuff, right? And then like sub-level 02, 03 and stuff, 04, 05 are like all dungeons. They seem very specifically designed. And then sure, there are bananas thrown around here or there, but like the line that you're supposed to go through is much more defined than in Odyssey, where it's like, here's this big world, but we're just gonna put a line in the sand instead of build walls around the line in the sand like this game. Walls and obstacles and stuff. I think that's also part of why maybe I'm not enjoying this game as much, is that like it's more dungeon-y than it is explory-y. It's obviously both, and I'm sure a lot of people that's funny. I'm sure a lot of people like that a lot. But for me, I don't really think it's vibing with me as much. Anyway, I think that's all I had to say, I think, maybe. Touched on the challenge rooms a little. Like in Odyssey, the challenge rooms have been kind of... Yeah, something does not feel right. Oh. Oh, that's what I get. That's what I get for stopping and trying to see something. Can you get out of my way so I can... Okay, fine. There we go. Is it... Right? Okay. So this one's about going straight down. Hi, Grumpy Kong. Look at this place. Oh, I was gonna look around, but... You stop fucking complaining about the game and fight my boss that you knew was gonna happen. I hope we get an explanation as to what these things are, but maybe it would be funnier and more video gamey if we didn't. Well, I mean, they led into it. This guy again, but this time, he's hard. Does this count as destroying terrain? They ran out of boss ideas. No wonder there are no enemies in this game. Sorry. I'm being a hater because I think it's funny. Oh wait, hold on. Look at that. I have to use the Kong Bananza. Maybe they realized, but then I don't. What am I doing? I have to like punch up. I'm gonna have to stop the fight to destroy a bunch of terrain. What the hell is this? I don't really know what I'm doing, but I guess it's just easier to stay in this form. I don't know. They're hopping away with it. I think they did that before. That wasn't the fight, was it? That was the fight? Yeah, the boss fights leave a lot to be desired, too. Ironically, the Stormwing being split across 3 phases, even though those phases were all tiny, was the most boss fight there was. For a game about punching, I'm just very surprised that the boss fights are not substantial and long and big. In Mario, it makes sense. The most that guy can do is like jump on someone. But like, you have all these transformations. You have this whole thing is beating people up. Maybe Donkey Kong's a pacifist and he prefers punching ground instead of people. Because the bosses are interesting. They made like Pika Bruisers. Also, like, he didn't really do much more. That's shit you would expect in phase 2 of like the first fight, maybe. I didn't even notice what he was doing. Void was at least, you know, he lasted Void Kong. He lasted a while, was interesting. I mean, maybe part of that was just going through the area, but Void Kong fight is like the only fight that actually sticks out in my brain. Besides the wing fight, I guess, because it was 3 phases. I do like the idea, though, that he was like, you know what? Let's see if we can make this thing work. Let's make it better. It didn't. Maybe he'll go back to buying new stuff. That would be funny if we beat him next time and he gives us his entire life savings and it's like 2 gold. That wouldn't be funny, actually. That'd be sad. Ew, did you see the like mini eel? Not the mini, but the small one? And how like its creases were drawn? Ew. What are you saying? I can't hear you. I really only saw like 2 of them. Odd Rock? Do you see that? How does she know that? Okay, I think maybe it aims based on where you're facing. Otherwise, you know. Or maybe not. I could find out, but I want the gold. But what's the next layer? The Kremlin layer, and it's a pirate ship. Okay. Oh wait, I think we've seen this in the trailers. Diddy and Dixie are why they have the. I don't know. I don't like that effigy. The Odyssey team loves races. I wonder. Well, it's Ramby races. We know it already. I kind of forgot about that like whole scene because you only just think of the fact that Diddy and Dixie exist in the game. Ramby power up, please. Did I not get more health? I was waiting to see if this layer would have a transformation. I don't think it will. I think we'll be fine. I don't know how I remembered that up led to this, but I don't really think I'm gonna need health here either. Whatever. But the monkeys are back. I guess that makes sense if Diddy and Dixie are here. Wait, no, this is a guy from Ingot Isle. I guess there were the other monkeys that lived down here anyway. So these could have been different, but this one is from Ingot Isle. I'm a little confused about how this came to be. I'm confused. Like, is this... What? That's interesting. They're just rooms. Did someone pay a house person? They didn't pay them enough. We don't even get dialogue. I guess you have to pay for dialogue. Or monologue. Let's see. I was gonna say, is there anything over here? Now, is the idea that you're supposed to break through the room, or is the idea that you're supposed to go somewhere else? Should I just use the Kong Bonanza in protest? Yeah, okay. Then there's this over here. Let's save me doing this. I really regret buying the sonar thing. I laid out my reasoning. I had faith in them. And because they made the perfect game last time, except for the motion control thing, which was maybe a Nintendo mandate. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't. Whoop. Whoop. Did like everything incorrectly there. Okay, grab it. Grab it. Roll button. Out of my way, man. Come on. It's okay. I got it. I can get them. I can get the rest of them. Definitely a banana in there. I just want to complete the challenge. Maybe there's not. Is there more of them? I don't know. The buttons. Something about the buttons. My brain just doesn't work out. Grab this. Okay. Now I only have to press like the 2 buttons. Speed up and jump. My brain can remember that. If you want me to remember heavy punch, light punch, medium punch, well, that's never gonna happen. So too many buttons. Just play rival schools. That's a good idea. Oh wait, right. These are challenge stages. They don't have hidden bananas. Maybe that's why I like them more. All right. Well, hi, Rambies. Rambies? Wait, hold on a second. What the fuck? So the species is just called Rambi? I thought Rambi was our friend. Hi, Swanky Kong. Of course he'd be here. This is where all the Kongs are. It should have been Swanky Kong. Not a yoga studio. You almost got me. It's tangent. I don't think they did though. You know what would be interesting? Because I'm like, I was saying to myself, I don't know if I would want to play this game again in like 10 years. You know, one of those games, not like because like Portal 2, just like I wouldn't really get the drive to. But like speedruns could change it. Speedruns could change it around, and I think there are a lot of people that are like, if you need a speedrun to tell you that a game is good or amazing, then you know the game isn't good or amazing. I don't really think that's true. I think, you know, you can learn to appreciate things more through experiencing things with other people or through other people. I think that's what makes the human experience. But like the speedrun for this game might go crazy. And also I just now thought, what if I did like a you only transform when you have to run, and see how the level design holds up. And don't buy sonar or anything, because odds are I don't remember like anything. I could probably get away with it. But I don't know, it's interesting. They're little squeals. That's funny. What? Mario Broth just uploaded like a piece of trivia that's like the little walls in Chapter 4 of Super Paper Mario. Tippy says they're indestructible, but if you shoot it 256 times because of, you know, programming joke, like it actually does break it, and it gives you 256 points. It'd be funny if punching 256 times counted. I have a feeling it's chunks of stone, and I just forgot about that. It should be punching 256 times. What if it's all of them? So I didn't know that. You could do that with an elephant, I guess, but it's easier with the Kong transformation. Maybe you're supposed to learn that by talking to guys on the lagoon layer, which, you know, I didn't do. Bed? Is it like supposed to be bed and breakfast, but bed and banana? Yeah. Okay. Now to do one of these ones that I fucking hate. Oh, zebra, huh? Okay, maybe this one will be fun. There's just not a lot of room to zebra, which I guess is a good thing. But it says lift off. Oh. Right. Oh, that's electricity. I thought that was more rainbow shit. Can't turn. Can't turn. Maybe should I buy the upgrade where I can skirt just for this challenge? All the challenges are going to be racing themed, right? So I guess that's just how you're supposed to stop. That makes a lot of sense. It didn't do it, and also it's not necessary. You have to be spot on with that, I guess. Here goes all of my fucking money. Oh, it caps out at 500. I never even noticed. All my fucking money gone. Maybe a punch just sends them straight forward. Couldn't the zebra, because it's so electrifying. Couldn't the zebra... Okay, good. I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna have enough time for that. Couldn't the zebra be immune? Well, that's unfortunate. Dude, what? I fucking hate this transformation, man. I hate it. Just tilt the stick back. You just learned that. Yeah, I know, but like when you're in a panic, your brain does things that, you know, are not actually good for your current situation. That's why everyone says don't panic. I tilted opposite on the stick. It doesn't do anything. I just wasted a skill point for no fucking reason, I guess. I guess I'll just let it run out there and then like line up my shot or whatever. That's not really fun. That's not really in line with what I thought that this was gonna be, which is just a fun jaunt. Like, you know, basically like this. I guess I'll just run normally, whatever. Dude, look at how well he controls normally. I wasn't expecting him to turn so well. You have to be kidding me. So it's not when you're running, it's... Okay. It's when you're just Wait. It's when you're just normal running. Okay, whatever. I'm not even gonna get the time. I'm not even gonna get the time. Why did I not just go for the thing? Whatever, fuck you. I hate these challenge rooms, I hate them. Fuck you. I was like, maybe I'll get it. There were 18 seconds left. Historically, it's like 20 seconds, right? It's either 20 or 40, God forbid. No, man. But I mean, that they put a finish line there too. I didn't have enough time to process what that meant. But I think that means that you can still get the time while getting the banana. So actually, where I punched it was actually like perfect. Which is very funny. Come on, baby. Well, that's not good. Can't see, but, you know. There we go. Yeah, that is what it means. I was panicking. Your brain doesn't think when it's panicking. God, Let's Players are so fucking stupid. No, man, we're panicking. What's it called? Lift off globe, by the way? Are we in like a... Is there like a... This is a Rambi's head, and we're like... This leads into the ear or something? That'd be kind of funny. I wouldn't be surprised. That's how they usually do. Oh my god. Oh, I thought that was an actual baby Rambi.